Let's discuss today's topic. Today we'll take physiochemical events during fertilization. Very important topic to understand because we have the various kinds of changes. So before starting of this topic, let's focus on the structure of ovum. So structure of the female gamete. So when we focus on that one, what we are getting, that structure of ovum is having a various other structures to protect them and to create hurdle for the sperm, and these structures are very important. They have their specific role. We'll take one by one. So first of all, there is first structure that is known as corona radiata. That corona, what we have, the meaning of this corona means crown. This is the crown like structure. We are now getting this word again and again, corona. So what is the meaning of the corona? That is crown. That virus nowadays, it is having the crown like structure. That's why we are calling coronavirus. So here is also a crown like structure that we call corona radiata. Radiata, it means they are coming out, they are radiating like a rays of sun. So that is the first structure. When we move inside, what we get, this structure, this whole space, this is known as zona pellucida, name of this structure. Then after we have perivitelline space, and then inside we have the situation of the ovum. So there are three structures which are surrounding ovum. So whenever we have the time of the fertilization, sperms, they need to go through, and they need to break all these structures which are coming in between ovum and sperm. So we'll discuss one by one changes. Have you understood this one? So when sperms are coming, they need to cross this one, then they need to cross this one, then they need to cross this one also, perivitelline space. Then they reach their destination. So these are the hurdles which are created by the various structures which are present in ovum. Then next we'll focus on that the first step. Whenever we have the release of the sperm, you must have done that structure of sperm. There is a head portion is there, and this head portion is having enzymes, and these enzymes are known as acrosomal enzymes. These enzymes are responsible to break the various membranes. So whenever sperms are released, and when they reach this position, we have the release of the acrosomal enzymes, breaking of the acrosomal membrane. That membrane is broken, and after the breaking of this membrane, we will have release of the enzymes. So we collectively call sperm lysins. This is the name of the enzymes. There are various enzymes, they have their various functions, but we need to focus on this one, sperm lysins. Sperm lysins are containing these enzymes which are having their various functions. So first one is hyaluronidase enzyme, and this enzyme is responsible for the dissolving of this follicle cells. After the dissolving of the follicle cells, all these cells, they come together, and when they come together, they form the structure what we call corona radiata. That is the first change we observe. What is the second one? That is, there is one structure, there is one enzyme which is responsible to dissolve corona radiata region. It means the first step, whenever we have the release of sperm lysin, this enzyme is responsible for that all follicle cells, they glued together, and when they glue together, when they unite together, we have a penetration enzyme, and this enzyme is responsible to penetrate that region, corona radiata region. So after the penetration, we have a zonolysin enzyme that is known as acrosin. We can also call zonolysin, we can also call acrosin, and this acrosin is responsible to digest zona pellucida region. It means this region. And after that one, we will have a fertilin protein here. That fertilin protein is released by the sperm, and that fertilin protein is checking and recognizing the gametes of the same species. So after the recognition, after the checking, we have the breaking of perivitelline space, and that perivitelline space is broken, and then we'll have the entry of the sperm inside the ovum. So that is the various steps we are understanding. So we have the millions of sperms are released at the time of the intercourse, at the time of the mating, and after the release of the various sperms, there are sperms who are capable to pass these barriers. It can reach to the female gamete, and rest sperms there is no need, because one has reached already. So we have a various chemical changes, there are various chemical substances which are responsible to kill other sperms which are trying to come. So that is the adaptation in case of the females after the selection of the one good sperm. Why we have these kinds of hurdles are there? Because millions of sperms are released at a one time, 62 millions when you get the data. 62 million sperms are released and only one sperm can reach, and this is the adaptation of nature. So then the best gamete is selected for the new life, because we know that gametes are carrying all the characteristics. So that's why we have various chemicals, various hurdles, and the best sperm can reach there. So after the reaching, when one sperm reaches, there is again the various changes inside the structure of ovum, and we have the release of the various enzymes which are able to kill other sperms, and then we will have the process of fertilization. So I gave you that one step. We'll take other step in the next video. First step, go through all the points. Later on we'll discuss the next step as well. Thank you.